Okay, I want to show you how to load up Stripe into a code so that you can take fees. So this is my ICAD 2026 conference web server. So it serves up pages. So for example here we've got home, call for papers, etc. And we've got registration. We can go to full registration where we can pay. And for example, if I click on here to buy this, I'm not going to buy it, but we would go and we'd immediately be transferred to Stripe. So here you can see we're in Stripe and we could pay here. Let's go to see how this, I'm going to delete that because I don't want to pay for anything. So let's go to Stripe and we see here how we're going to set up payments, for example. So let's go and make sure we're back at home. So I'm at home here, and now what I want to do is I have to first create products that we're going to sell. So if I go to product catalog, for example, I've got these products. I've got a test one and some real ones here that are active. So the first thing you need to do is to create a new product. So you go and create a product here. You give it a name and say one-off. We don't have a name yet, so it's complaining, but basically we can add that product. So once we've added the product to the product catalog, so let's go here, for example, to test. It'll have a product ID. You don't really need to be too concerned about that, and a tax code for it, and then some other details. Now what you do need to know or do is basically you need to be able to put this into your website. So we have to be able to buy this product. Let's take a quick look at how that works. So we've got our product here, and let me just go back that you will see this, and what we need to do is to go and create a payment link. So I've already got one for this product. Well, let's take a look. This would create a new payment link. Change it, but let's just create one. So here is a preview of it, and here create link. This will link to it. I've been using a buy button here. So we just take this code and we're going to paste this code into our web server that's serving up the web page. So this is going to create a link to this product to buy this product. So like I say, we just copy that. I'm not going to create a new one here, but we will go back and put that product link into our web page. Now the next thing we need, so we saw here that it'll put this into this web page. So when you click on that, you'll go to Stripe. Now our web server needs to know from Stripe when this transaction has been completed. So we need to set up basically a webhook. So it's going to be running where our edge functions are in Supabase. So we're going to have a callback here that. So this is my webhook. Here you can see that it's running on Supabase. So it's coming to Supabase and it's going to kick off this Stripe webhook function. So this function will be, let's go and find the function Stripe webhook here, and you'll see we can look at the code, etc., but it's basically a function that can be hit. And what this will do is Stripe is going to send us that the payment has been successful. So we'll go back to Stripe and see what it can send to us. But basically, this will catch that. Inside from Stripe will be a secret, and we'll need to set up a secret here to match it. So if I go and look at my secrets here, we'll find a Stripe secret key. So this secret key is going to be in any message sent from Stripe, and that means that my web server can tell that it is a message from Stripe. Okay, so we can unpack that message and credit whoever's made the payment in our database system. Okay, so let's go back to Stripe. So webhooks here. So here is, I'm putting in a new, sorry, let me go back. I can put in here a new webhook, but I've already got a webhook. Let's go take a look at it. So this is my webhook here, is where you put in where it's going. And here you see this is my Superbase function. So that's putting that in place. Now we need to specify what events that it should record. So I've got 4 events that I've checked. The main one is checkout session completed. Okay, the other ones are just payment succeeded, but I'm looking for this checkout session completed. Okay, so you need then in your webhook to be unpacking that event. Okay, so that's the only tricky bit about this, is testing this out to make sure it works. Mine does work, and this will tell me if I go back now and look at balances, for example, you'll see that I've got incoming ones of $138. This was me testing out payments, but we've got a lot of detail actually in Stripe on exactly what's happened. But then you'll need to record that that person has paid, etc., in the website. So that's basically how Stripe works. Okay, bye for now.